Bin 3, Deputy. The crowd starts to thin, everyone heading into the cafeteria where the music pounds. Someone synced a couple of speakers together and mixed music on their phone, driving the crowd into a jumping, chaotic mass. Club Warehouse will start trending any minute on socials. It's just another reason to make this invite only next year. Shisho and Cynthia pair off with their respective partners, while Mackenzie and I huddle with people we know from junior high. It's nice to see familiar faces, but none of them raced, and they shouldn't have been invited. Just roll with it, Sam. We laugh as the girls share gossip about my old classmates, debating who is gunning for which college and detailing the pranks that got them arrested. Actually, no, they just tell me who got cute. Rebecca shoots me a sly look. Do you remember Jake? He's hot now and even scored a modeling deal. Really? I remember we went to the movies and Jake spilled his drink on me, I reply. He's single if you're interested. Rebecca throws every signal her body can make with a wink, a nod, and a smirk. Why aren't you interested? Rebecca pushes hard to get me interested. Our friend Georgia elbows Rebecca. Because Jake spilled his drink on her at the movies. He's a complete klutz. I snort, heat flushing my cheeks as I duck my head. Mackenzie breaks into a laughing fit at my expense. Rebecca rolls her eyes, ignoring my social faux pas. Jake won't leave me alone and the boy won't take a hint. Rebecca stops mid-rant. The group's expressions shift into a mixed bag of dreamy stares and toxic glares directed right over my shoulder. Only one human could get this reaction. I whip around. What are you doing, Jared? Jared commands attention just by approaching me, and even more so from me calling him out. People sneak curious glances. They better only be curious, because I'll break phones if people are recording this. I was thinking of dancing, unless you have other ideas. Jared steps into my space. The air hums, a static charge riding the bare inches between us. Maybe I'm waiting for someone? I should tease Jared and leave him hanging. He deserves a good taunting after tossing me over his shoulder. I'll keep you company, he says. That static charge arcs higher, raising the fine hairs on my arms. You had your chance and you released me. The chemical cocktail of sweat, adrenaline, and cheap beer hits my lungs, kicking my heart rate into a sprint. Maybe I wanted to see you win. Next time I won't let you go, Jared says. I don't think this plan is having the intended effect. You've already had your fun. Fran was giving me the death stare, so you should see what she's up to. That wouldn't be fair. I'm still caught in your eyes. Jared's smile is charming and sincere. Movie stars are amateurs compared to him. I force a laugh to break his spell. I adhere to a catch and release program. You're released back to the pond. You're the only one I want to dance with. Jared offers his hand and my fingers twitch with the urge to take it. Pull it together, Cyril. My racing heart slams against my ribs, redlining. This isn't what I'd consider taunting him. God, this has to be how Jared manages to be such a player and still have girls willing to go out with him. I think you have me confused with someone who likes you, I say. Jared opens his mouth to respond just as someone runs their hands up his back. I don't think Sam's interested. Fran physically slides me out of the way. That was serendipitous, because this wasn't going the way I planned. I seize the opportunity to escape when everyone's phones ding or vibrate at once. The crowd checks their screens in synchronized form like Pavlov's dogs. A vibration on my phone means something important. Avoiding jail time important. My Copbuster app flashes crimson alerts, indicating officers are heading toward the warehouse with lights active. Thank God for the internet and crowdsourced apps. Jared chuckles. I guess the party's over. The room erupts into chaos as people scatter in every direction, bumping and ricocheting off each other. I need to find Shisho and Eric because Eric drove. I text Shisho, where are you? Shisho replies, get to the car. That sounds a lot easier if a mass of panicked teenagers wasn't blocking my exits. I dodge right and hit a solid mob. I cut left and it's the exact same problem. Jared grabs my hand and barks a laugh. Come on, Cyril. I don't want to see you get arrested. Jared pulls me toward a different door. This is the other side of the building. How do I get to Eric's car from here? I already told Eric I'm taking you home. Jared says it casually, like he and Eric are the best of buds. I'm pretty sure Shisho would have harsh words with Jared if that were true. At least I'd have thought Shisho would. What? Eric agreed to that? Letting Jared drag me around like a child burns with humiliation, not to mention rumors will start circulating by tomorrow. Agreed is a strong word. It was more like a heads up. Jared drags me down the back stairs with the rest of the football team. Next year, this will definitely be invitation only. Outside, people pile into cars by twos and threes, but Jared pulls me toward a motorcycle. It's cherry red with unmistakable headlights. Wait! Jared throws an annoyed glance over his shoulder. Sam, we need to go. Not if he's kidnapping me. First, Shisho and I have tracking apps. Second, is this a 996? The bike might be a bigger deal than Jared potentially kidnapping me. Where the hell did a high schooler find one of these? Jared tosses a jacket at me and raises his eyebrows. Are you a Ducati fan? I don't know much. When Mom and Dad didn't buy me a car, I looked into motorcycles. Jared climbs onto the bike and I realize he's my only ride home. He isn't kidnapping me if he's about to leave me in a police raid. Wait, you jerk. I throw the jacket on and shove the helmet onto my head. Forced to grab Jared's waist, I find a position that isn't me wrapped around him like a Christmas present. Then Fran skids in front of us on a Honda bike. Seriously, everyone has transportation but me? Jared laughs. Hang on, Sam. Rather than racing for the road, Jared drives into the heart of the industrial park. Like deja vu, Fran is hot on our heels. We reach a patch of forest and my stomach drops, certain we're going to crash and need bail money. Then Jared turns onto a grassy maintenance path barely wide enough for the bikes. With the headlights off, this escape route mimics a horror movie. Tree limbs scratch against my helmet like skeletal fingers. Just as I'm about to ask if we're lost, we drive into a small gravel lot for hikers. My brain refuses to process the geography. Flipping open the visor, my jaw hangs open. What was that, Jared? Jared laughs at my shock. Always know your exits. Come on, Fran, we'll take the 2-lane roads past the reserve and avoid the cops. Where do you live, Sam? Always know your exits. Easy for Jared to say. Jared has a Ducati to exit on. Do you know where Hollow Tree Hills is? Jared nods. Yeah, that's a nice place. Nice place, he says. I live in suburban hell, a 1980s planned community with a pool and a managed golf course. I have no idea what the houses are worth, but other kids constantly insinuate my neighborhood is high-end. I snap the visor back down with a click. Casual as can be, we pull onto the road. I hold on to Jared as the bike hits 30 and then 45. Jared is built for football because his core feels solid and conditioned beneath my grip. Oh God, Sam, think about something else. It doesn't take long for something else to happen. A siren runs electricity up my spine, my heart pounding against my ribs as blue and red lights wash over us. We pull over and the squad car pulls up behind Jared and Fran. The cops make us wait, forcing us to stew in the silence of the engine ticking cool. Jared exudes calm. Just sit tight. Because Fran and I, wearing running shorts and ripped shirts, aren't suspicious at all. A sudden hiccup punches out of my chest. Also, I might be tipsy. Lightweight. Jared smirks like he's enjoying this way too much. I hiccup again, my face burning with betrayal at my own involuntary spasms. Jared's comment makes Fran snort. Fran turns away to hide her face, and my only satisfaction is that I'm not the sole disaster here. The cop walks up and shines a flashlight beam into my eyes. I flip up the visor and force a smile as the light blinds me. Jared uses his superhuman comm powers to make this scene look innocent. Hi, officer. Was I speeding? The officer looks at us and chuckles. It's deputy. License and registration, please. Jared fishes the documents from his back pocket. It's an awkward location, forcing me to maneuver out of the way of his hand without tumbling off the bike. Scanning his ID, the deputy chuckles again. Everything looks in order, Mr. Walker. She glances at me. Is Jared treating you well, Sam? Yes, Deputy Mercer, things are going fine. I smile with the wide-eyed innocence of someone who hasn't gulped cheap beer while underage. Jared glances back at me, his brow furrowed. You two are acquainted? Deputy Mercer hands Jared's ID back. Sam, please ask Jamie to put more carnations in the table decorations for the sheriff's dinner this year. His secretary always requests too many mums. Deputy Mercer was a bridesmaid at my aunt's wedding. I'll let her know. I nod and almost headbutt Jared with my helmet. Deputy Mercer leans in like there's a secret to be exchanged. I heard there was a disturbance at the abandoned warehouses nearby. Who won the race? I did. Shisho got second. I jerk a thumb at Fran. Fran got third. Good for Shisho. Mercer looks at Jared and her tone hardens. It's past curfew, so take Sam home, Mr. Walker. Safely. Jared nods and looks at me like he doesn't know what just happened. What was that? The sheriff is my aunt's father-in-law. Jared's jaw drops. Basically, I got Jared out of being arrested for trespassing, and possibly an underage drinking charge too. I'll refrain from pointing out that we got insanely lucky. Jared and Fran drive me home, stopping around the corner from my house to kill the engines. Jared takes the jacket and helmet. Safe and sound, just like I told Eric. Thanks. Later. Bye. If I sprint away fast enough, we won't get drawn into small talk, and it'll be like this never happened. Nope, I was never saved by the school's pathological flirt, and I never ended up riding with Jared on his motorcycle. Jared laughs and shakes his head. See you at school, Sam? Fran is undaunted in her mission, revving her bike to drown out the silence. Let's go, Jared. I have school tomorrow too. Thank you, Fran, for saving me from any awkward conversation. I just won't think about why Fran is in such a hurry. This situation exemplifies an important point. I need my own transportation. That Ducati would be nice. I walk the 3 houses to mine and spot Eric's car parked in front of Shisho's house. I text Shisho I'm home. All I get back is a thumbs up. Thank God Shisho is occupied and not asking about Jared. I head around the side of my house to grab the garden hose. Plaster and grime still cake my skin, I don't want to track the mess inside. Plus, freezing water outside is less likely to wake my parents than the indoor shower plumbing. Reaching the spigot, I find the hose gone. Only a coiled indentation in the wet grass remains. Glancing into the backyard, I spot Mom tapping a game on her phone by the pool. Mom can't see me, so I try to retreat into the shadows. Looking for this? Mom holds out the hose. Mom smirks, and my stomach sinks because I know she's relishing catching me in the act. No. I'm good. I can smell you from here. Why do you smell like baby powder? I thought Fran caught the brunt of the powder blast. I was babysitting. The guy on the bike? He seems a little old to need a babysitter. This is a losing battle, and Mom probably already knows everything. Mom is my nemesis. Other teenagers hide things from their parents all the time, but Mom possesses a psychic radar concerning my bad decisions. I know I'm an hour past curfew, but at least I didn't get arrested. Mom barks a laugh. Not that you didn't try. Do I even have to tell you, or do you already know? You should just confess, Mom says. As I'm opening my mouth to speak, a blast of ice-cold water hits my back. You should clean up first, Dad says. I should have seen this coming. Dad is the guy who jumps from behind corners to startle people. I shriek and spin away from the spray. Stop, I'm clean. I'm clean. Dad tosses a towel over my head and wraps another around my shoulder.